right there. Choose wisely. There's three origins. Honestly, there's three origins, right? There's no other. These are the ideas that have come up where we come from. Honestly, there's no other idea. Either we came from evolved from another animal, aliens, which goes back to Anunnaki and all that, or God. I choose God because of what I'm going to share with you now. The New Testament reveals mysteries that were hidden through all of the ages, all of history, right? That's what it says. Let that sink in. I'm going to tell you the scripture in the New Testament, there is a word written mystery many times. Apostle Paul says that I reveal to you a mystery hidden from the ages. Literally, the thing that everybody's trying to figure out, there's a mystery that's hidden in the past, right? Where did we come from? All kinds of stuff. But that mystery has already been revealed. Will you accept it or are you going to reject it? Let me read to this. I may spend a couple of days on this. This is good stuff for anybody that loves this. Colossians. Listen to this. First chapter 1, verse 26. That is the mystery which has been hidden from the past ages and generations, but now has been revealed to his saints. Oh, the mystery that's been hidden, to whom God willed to be known that what the wealth of the glory of this mystery among the Gentiles is, that mystery is Christ in you. Now, that's a lot. That is a mouthful to say that. But you notice it's a mystery among the Gentiles. They're seeking, go back to Rome, Socrates, and they're like trying to reveal mysteries, trying to understand everything, go into philosophical things, go into the sciences, go into history. That's their whole plight. But now we know the answer's here. There's no more mystery. And I'm going to share that. I'm going to break this down because every time he says there's a mystery, there's new revelation about the truth. Oh man, this is like a week-long tent revival sermon. That is, the mystery is Christ in you, the hope of glory. Wow. And he goes on in chapter 2, says it again. He says, that their hearts may be encouraged, having been knit together in love, that they would attain to all the wealth that actually comes from the full assurance and understanding, resulting in a true knowledge of God's mystery, that is Christ in you, in whom are hidden all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge. All the things that Greek philosophers and Roman historians, and even today, the modern Western culture philosophers, all of that knowledge is actually made available. That hidden mystery that they're looking for is Christ. Now, what does that mean? This is where it gets good. And that's not the only place. Paul says a lot of times he'll go, "Hey, here is a mystery." Now, when he says that, you won't find it directly in the Old Testament. You find hints of them, but sometimes it's a mystery because it was hidden. That was the point. So let me break that down. What does that mean? Well, I could go a lot of places in here. For example, John 1, this is part of the mystery. In the beginning was the Word, Logos. The Word is actually with God, and the Word was God. And it goes on to say all things were created through Christ. But think about that. Logos, what is that? That is the final conclusion. The beginning was the final conclusion. The beginning was the winning argument. It's with God. The winner of the argument, the winner of the say so, the Logos is God. The plan. Logos entails all that knowledge. And that pre-existed all things. Matter of fact, John 1:1 pre-exists Genesis 1:1, but I don't want to delve into that today. But that was with God, and the answer is that it is God. Do you see that? That's powerful. The truth, the knowledge, the mystery of all these people are looking for all these atheist classrooms. It's just God. The predestined plan. You've heard that? The predestined plan. What is the predestined plan? Go to Genesis, John 1:1. The Word. The plan was in the beginning. The argument, the logos. And the beautiful thing, before there was anything visible, it existed. But Jesus, God so lovingly made Jesus. Oh, I'm going to read that. I got to read it. All right, stay with me. So prior to the stuff where he says mystery, this is what led up to that conversation in Colossians chapter 1. Listen to the most beautiful writing you will ever hear your whole life. Listen with your heart. And I'll tell you that at the end why I say that. For he rescued us from the domain of darkness and transferred us to the kingdom of his beloved Son, in whom we have redemption and forgiveness of every sin. Every sin. Name it. Name your worst sin. Yeah, that's forgiven. He is the image of the invisible God. He's the firstborn of all creation. For by him all things were created. For him all things were created. That's the mystery. Where did all this come from? Jesus. Visible and invisible. Doesn't matter if it was thrones, dominions, or rulers or authorities. All things have been created through him, for him. He is before all things, and in him all things are held together. He is the head of the body, the church, and he is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead. There's another mystery. After we die, we're going to be resurrected. Do you see that? He was the first one of dead people that come back to life. He himself will come to have first place in everything. Do you see all that? And that's the beautiful stuff that he goes on to say about the mystery that I read. And this is that mystery, that the very thing that we came out of, listen here, he moves in us. Take that in for a second. Who knew in the Old Testament that God would move inside of a human being? Meditate in your heart. Do that today. All things that are visible and invisible, before the heavens created, before the visible things, and before angels were created, before authorities and thrones were created, before earth, trees, rocks, wood, you and me was created, that logos, the mystery was hidden. He would move into his own creation. That's why Jesus had to be manifested. That was the first case of that. God in the flesh. He's the firstborn, but we follow. That is powerful. You know how big the earth is, and he lives in us? How is that? Oh, but it's good. And listen to what it says right here. Yeah, do you feel that fire in your heart? That's God right now. Okay, listen to this. Listen. Okay, still in Colossians. Imagine that they would attain all the wealth that comes from the understanding, from the true knowledge of God's mystery, which is Christ himself, in whom are hidden all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge. Wow, the wealth. I say this so that no one will deceive you with persuasive arguments. So those persuasive arguments are false, because this is good stuff. That's what God's done for you. He rescued you out of darkness. What is darkness? Man, there's another conversation. I'm going to do this all week, but I'll give you hints, okay? I want to go on. I will keep it short. I'm closing the book. Darkness. I'm going to explain Genesis to you because it makes sense in light of the mystery that the earth was in darkness, and then the light came and separated darkness from the light. That is a mouthful of revelation right there, okay? You know, there is no time-space continuum between Genesis 1:1 and 1:2. No, there was no ancient earth. No, in the beginning. It's a very simple statement. Genesis, the darkness. I'm explaining the darkness. He took us out of the darkness. Okay, so in the beginning, it's just a statement. 1:1 of Genesis just telling you it was in the beginning that God created all the heaven and the earth. Okay, then he begins to describe how the earth came out of nothingness. It had no shape yet, right? It was hidden, void, had no form, no shape. And then God's Spirit came upon the waters. Now, the waters is a realm. I don't quite got that yet. And then he separated the waters, that realm, and the earth became into existence. It went from void of nothingness, darkness, not existing, but it was in God's already. So Jesus, John 1:1, he was there before Genesis 1:1, right? So the plan, the word, the plan, God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. God, why does God love the world? It was his idea before Genesis 1:1. That was God's idea of an earth, an existence. God said, I have an idea. Let's make existence. So in that plan, we see the Spirit move, and he separates the waters, right? But he separates darkness of nothingness, deadness, voidness from the light. Follow me. The light is existence. This is it coming through Jesus. I'm explaining to you what he just said. This is the mystery. So then the light comes and makes existence. Genesis 1, 2, and 3. Oh, it's so beautiful. It says in John 1:1 that Jesus is the life and the light among men. He's the life. There was no life on earth until Jesus, the light, came and brought things out of darkness into existence, the earth, which had no shape, right? And then he separated the waters, which whatever that spiritual realm was, that above the waters would be heaven, and below the waters is existence of light, things we can see. Okay, that's the two realms. See, he said that Genesis 1:1, right? So then he has the heavenly realm and the earthly realm. That's what happens when he separated the waters, the heavens and the earth. That's why he's explaining it so awesome. And then from there, the word, Jesus, speak. Let there be light. Let there be separation of the waters out in the earth. Let there be trees. Let there be fish, birds. And then let's create man in our image. He spoke the rest of it into existence because he himself is the word, the argument, the final conclusion of the plan. And that same creator, Christ in us, what? That's beautiful. Imagine when you get a hold of that revelation, you meditate on that, and you begin to confess. Oh, believe in your heart. Someone said that. Believe in your heart, confess with your mouth. We're doing the very same thing that the creator who lives us in it. It's powerful stuff. We'll stop there. I'm going to dwell on this mystery because the rapture is called a mystery. There's a reason. We'll talk about that too. But God bless you guys. I hope this is a blessing. Let me know if it is. I'll talk